Now, dito naman tayo sa riveted connections or bolted connections. Now, na-discuss na natin yan. Meron tayong single shear saka double shear. And then, single shear happens if we can only make one cutting plane. Tapos, double shear naman kapag dalawang cutting plane. Yung masasubject to shear. Now, ito, dalawang plates lang. So, this is subjected to single shear lang. Magiging double shear lang kasi kapag tatlong plates na. Kasi dalawa na yung cutting planes. So, mangyayari yan kapag butt connections. So, assume daw that a 20 mm diameter rivet joins the plates that are each 110 mm wide. Now, the width of the plate is ito yan. 110 mm. So, we have to first determine the shear stress on the bolt if P daw is equal to 10 kilonewtons. So, ito yung force na yan. And then, we have already discussed na yung shear area, let's say, ito yung bolt. Ayan. Diba? Ito yung cutting plane natin. So, once we isolate the bolt, ito yung part na subjected to shear. So, this is simply the cross-sectional area of the bolt. So, for the shear stress, letter A, this is simply force divided by area. And then, since single shear lang, input mo na lang yung force, 10 kilonewtons, but convert this into Newton para maging MPa yung sagot natin. Then, divided by pi over 4 multiplied by 20 mm yung diameter, so 20 squared. Now, isang bolt lang yan, kaya isa lang yung shear area. Now, what if dadagdagan ko yung bolt? Let's say, tatlo. Kapag tatlong bolts na subjected to single shear, then you have to multiply this area by 3. So, depende yan sa number of bolts. So, we would have 10,000, then divided by pi over 4, multiplied by 20 squared. So, this is 31.83. And then, naka-MPa yan. Now, for letter B naman, if the allowable shear stress is 60 MPa, calculate the maximum safe load using a factor of safety of 2 if its diameter is 12 mm. So, neglect mo na yung given, yung initial na given, kasi merong bagong diameter na binigay. So, for letter B, the allowable shear stress is 60 MPa. Ayan. For a while, yung 60 MPa pala is the shear strength. Paki-correct na lang. Ayan. Gagamitin kasi natin yung allowable. So, we have to divide the shear strength by the factor of safety. So, equals, our force is unknown pa, P, then divided by the area. Pi over 4 times 12 squared. However, we have to divide this by the factor of safety para magamit natin yung allowable. Maximum safe load kasi yung kailangan natin. So again, just to reiterate the concept, sa problem na to, what minimum force is required to punch, hindi natin ginamit yung factor of safety kasi gusto nating mabutas siya. But dito, we have to use the factor of safety since gusto natin na safe yung bolt natin. So calculating P, we would have 60 over 2 and then multiplied by pi over 4 multiplied by 12 squared. So this is 3392.92. Tapos naka-Newton. Now hindi naman naka-indicate kung ano yung unit. So this is already acceptable. Ayan. Now dito naman tayo sa problem na to. Assume that a 20 mm diameter rivet joins the plates that are each 110 mm wide. So, again, ito yung width ng plate. 110 mm. Ito yung isometric view. Ito naman yung side view. Tas, ito naman yung top view. So, kung gusto mo makita yung animation, parang ito yan. And then, looking at the top view, we have this one. Tapos, pag isa-slice natin yan, na portion, we would have this area. So, balikan natin. For the first question, determine the shear stress on each of the bolt assuming that the applied load is uniformly distributed among the rivets. Now, what this means is, equal lang yung kinikerry ng each bolt. So, essentially, yung 4 na bolts, same lang yung force na dinadala. Now, this connection is in double shear. Diba? Kasi meron na tayong 3 plates, and then we can make 2 cutting planes. Isa dito, and then isa nandyan. Kindly review na lang yung discussion natin, yung initial lecture natin para sa shear stress. Now, kapag double shear, then we would have resisting shear forces ditong banda. Merong 2 resisting shear forces since double shear, saka dito rin. Ayan. And then, right here. So, ilan na yan? V yan lahat. But try to notice na sa side view, we can only see 3 bolts. But sa actual, 4 na bolts yan. 4 na bolts. It just so happened na sa second layer, merong 2 bolts. So, itong portion na to, we have to multiply by 2 to account for the 2 bolts. So, essentially, diba, this is the force P. Applied yan dito. This is P. So, considering the middle plate and the cutting section, by the way, ito naman P over 2, saka yung bottom din. So, summation of forces horizontal, we would have 8V, since, again, multiply this by 2, essentially, 8V. So, 8V is equal to P. Therefore, the shear force is equal to P divided by 8. So, computing the shear stress, the diameter of each rivet is 20 mm. So, this is now P over 8. Yan yung shear force natin. Then, divided by pi over 4 multiplied by 20 squared. Or, essentially, you can just use the force P. Sa problem pala natin, P is equal to 20 kilonewtons. Nakalimutan kong isulat. So, 20 kilonewtons times 1,000. And then, we have 8 shear areas. So, multiply mo na lang yan by 8. Again, you can analyze it as this one. The shear force is P over 8. Or, in essence, meron kang 8 shear areas. So, input natin yan, 20 E3. Then, divided by 8 times pi over 4 multiplied by 20 squared. So, this is 7.96. Tapos, MPa. Ayan. Now, what if tinagal natin yung bottom plate? Kapag tinagal natin yung bottom plate, this will just be subjected to single shear. So, itong shear area mo, just multiply it by 4. The number of bolts. Essentially, yung shear area dyan, multiply it by the number of bolts, and then kapag double shear, multiply it again by 2. Now, for the second question, compute daw the largest average tensile stress in the plates. Now, itong plates natin, yung middle plate, iba yung thickness niya sa top and bottom plate. So, kailangan separate yung calculations natin. However, dito ka dapat careful, yung tinatanong dyan is the largest average tensile stress. Now, di ba, kapag tensile stress, we need the perpendicular area, perpendicular to the force. So, essentially, if this is our plate, di ba, ito yung force na in-apply natin. Ayan. And then, dito rin, meron kang P over 2 sa ilalim din. Ayan. Notice na ito yung perpendicular area sa force natin. But the largest average tensile stress will not happen kapag ito yung area na i-consider natin. Diba, area is inversely proportional to stress. So, kapag liliit yung area, mas lalaki yung stress. Now, the section of the plate, kung saan pinakamaliit yung area, dito yan sa merong butas. Diba, nung nilagay natin yung bolts, binutasan kasi natin yan. So, we can make a cutting plane dito. Pwede rin dito. Saka dito rin. Ayan. But ito yung pinakamaliit na area. 2 bolts kasi yung dinaanan natin. So, once we make this cutting plane, ikakat natin pa ganyan. But let's just consider one plate. Ito na yung lalabas na figure. Pag sinlice natin yan. So, again, neglect mo na lang to. Yung cut na to. Hindi yan yung pinakamaliit na area. So, alam natin na this is 110 mm. Ayan. 110 mm. But babawasan kasi natin yan ng dalawang butas. So I hope agree lang na this will just be our tensile area. This one plus this one, saka ito rin. And then this distance, this is just the diameter of the bolt. Pero sa mechanics pa to. Once nasa steel design ka na, meron na kasing allowance na binibigay para sa bolt hole. So medyo may magbabago din sa calculation. But since mechanics pa tayo, let's just assume na yung distance na yan is just equal to the diameter of the bolt. So ito rin, diameter of the bolt din yan, which is 20 mm. Ayan. So ibabawas natin yung area na to. Project tayo ng line dyan. Tapos ibabawas natin yan, yung dalawa. So the effective width would be 110 minus dalawang 20. So for the largest average tensile stress, again, this is our force P. Pag tinransmit natin, P is equal to 20 kilonewtons. So the largest average tensile stress for the middle plate is equal to 20 kilonewtons times 1,000 para maging newton, then divided by the area. The area is 110, the width, tapos babawasan natin ng dalawang 20 mm. Kasi dalawang butas yung dinaanan. Then multiply this by the thickness. The thickness of the middle plate is equal to 12 mm. So multiplied by 12, for the middle plate, this is 20,000 divided by 110 minus dalawang 20 multiplied by 12. So this is 23.81. Tapos naka MPa. Now sa top and bottom plate naman, same calculation lang, T, B na lang, top and bottom. Pero yung force na dinadala ng top and bottom plate is only P over 2 lang. So essentially, yung 20 kilonewtons, i-divide natin by 2. 20 kN divided by 2. Then times 1,000 para maging newton. And then our area is 110 minus dalawang 20. But instead of 12, yung thickness ng top and bottom plate, 10 mm lang. So times 10, the stress would be, gawin na lang natin yan 10. And then ito rin, 10. So this is 14.29. So notice na kahit mas malaki yung thickness ng middle plate, mas malaki pa rin yung stress niya. Since it is subjected to the full force of P, while ito namang top and bottom plate, subjected lang to half of P. So kaya sa butt connections, butt connection yung tawag natin dyan, usually yung middle plate lang yung kinoconsider sa design. Bale, yan yung magagovern.